Hey Scott, how's it going? So I felt like just intuitively offering you some core exercises to see if we can find some stuff that can strengthen the core from that kind of energetic perspective rather than the superficial, just like sit-ups. You'll basically just have to let me know how it works for you, like, and feel out different positions that you can do and that you're going to feel the work after a bit. Okay, so the first one that I'm getting for you is to bring your legs out. So sit down on your bum, bring your legs out. If you want to sit on a cushion, that might be more comfortable for you. I'm not sure how flexible you are. And then you can also keep your knees bent for this exercise. It's really important here that you're right up on your sitting bones, so you're not like sitting scooched like this. You're right up on your seat, okay? So it's pretty simple. You're just gonna sit up really tall, okay? Now to add an element to this, you're gonna sort of visualize inhaling right from the base of the spine and the sitting bones all the way up the spine. And then on the exhale, just follow the exhalation really deeply and feel the tummy muscles contract. Now, to make it a little bit stronger, you could reach your arms up and you could just hold this for, maybe put a song on and hold it for the duration of the song. So the biggest thing here is that you really encourage yourself to keep lifting up. Now I can just slightly start to feel the heat. I can feel the heat in the core frame or in the core abdominal, which is, you know, those muscles lining the spine. So being able to feel those, you could just eventually soften out and do a little stretch here. And then yourself to just sit up straight, whether you're sat cross-legged, wide leg, like with your legs in front of you. When you're just really feeling like you're up tall, the core is going to have to be active in a functional way. So that is one thing to know about the core. Now, the other one that I got, which is another way to kind of just get overall stretch and strength going on, being mindful, of course, of the, you know, favoring the injury, as it were, is to just do some gentle movement in cat-cow. And then you can evolve it. So here it's a little less strenuous, right? But there's a lot of dynamic work, stretching and strengthening the back and the core muscles. Side to side, doing circles, and all of that. And then, so one thing about like sit-ups and just focusing on like the external aesthetic of a movement is we're not necessarily supporting the body's functional anatomy. So that's just like how you're built, which is why I'll always encourage my yoga clients to work really intuitively. So you're like moving up and down, and then this is where it's going to start to activate the core. So you can take really big deep breaths and just feel from a downward dog position and then also a plank. And then you could also try side plank, but see how I'm keeping my body really light and fluid. So I'm never getting to this point of like, you know what I mean? Like the like, must hold it forever. Never. Just move about. So like basically just using your body. That's why yoga is so amazing. You know, if we're not looking to body build, we don't need extra mass, we don't need extra weight, you know, our body is more than enough and when we move fluid, we're training our body to be really efficient and functional. So like no matter how difficult the position gets, we can just keep moving it. And then before you know it, you've kind of had a full body workout. Now here you go, for me intuitively here, now I want to stretch up I want to stretch into that downward dog, and then I'm going to come on down. I'm going to let myself just dip it down into an up dog, and then I'm going to stretch back into child's pose and rest. And then I'm just getting actually one more for you, Scott, that you could explore, and it's really just good for overall vital organ function, unless this is just my my old yoga teaching mindset, but unless you have high blood pressure, in that case I'd recommend seeking professional medical advice before trying this pose. So or trust your intuition and your body that you can manage it. The main rule here is like, as long as you can breathe, you're safe. So shoulder stand. First placement is just seeing if you can hold this for a bit. This is, in a weird way, kind of stronger for the core, another core exercise. So I'm like encouraging the upper body to relax, keeping the spine long, lengthening down through the sitting bones, and then just, you know, reaching these legs up, keeping them bent, no need to strain. And then just see whether or not you can, now be really mindful here. I'm just rolling my bum up here to see if I can grab the back. And then I'm gonna, oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna lift the hips up and just play around here. A few big breaths, right? And then again, I go super playful. So I'm just stretching the legs. I can go really strong and lift the legs up. I can kind of stretch them out, down, back, behind. Play around here. You know, it's just getting a full back body stretch. Really, really good for the nervous system. Good for the whole back body, and then you can just release. Feel a little back bend here, and then hug it out. So really all of those poses are ultimately you can't, here's the thing, like that shoulder stand position I just did, people without any core whatsoever can't do that. So working with the 90-degree angle helps us to build it, and then playing around with the momentum helps, and then just practice, obviously. So let me know how some of those work for you, and obviously we could just share more as we go. I hope you enjoy.